Hey, and welcome back. Did you think we were done with Defiance Remastered? Well, I'm not going to be for a long time. But today we're going to take a look at all the bonus stuff that I haven't had a chance to look at, and some of the skins that we missed during our main playthrough. And we're going to look at some Arcane tomes, we're going to look at the new lost levels from patch 1.0.7. So I'd flip the coin, except we're going to look at skins anyway, and the coin just tells us whether we use skins or not. So we're just going to assume that it's Kain. Let's start with the lost levels. Let's go look at lost levels. And last one we did was Waterforge, so let's look at early Citadel Passageway. The only brand new location to be featured in Legacy of Kain Defiance, the Vampire Citadel, or Guardian Citadel, was extensively iterated on over a slew of concept artworks, with many potential alternative visions set aside. These early interior rooms, created by lead artist Jacob Wendler, hey, from Wendler's Monument, are largely representative of its final Gaudi-influenced design, but showcase some noteworthy distinctions. They feature more subdued, moody lighting than the finished article, and red motifs are prevalent, more overtly representative of the vampire's curse. Let's turn our music up. Okay, good. This is cool. It is very moody. Okay, so since we're here, a skin that we didn't really get to play with during our playthrough, because I didn't have all the Arcane tomes yet, was... Oh, we've got a few for Raziel. So let's start with Vampire Messiah, the Redeemer, Savior of Nosgoth, Reaver-bearer, champion of the vampire race. Only by the end of my journey would I realize the truth, that both champions are representations of myself, two sides of the same coin, destined to triumph, and paradoxically destroy myself at the same time. And for a Reaver skin, which we get to play with now, which is awesome, let's use Spiritus Sanctus, which of course is a reference to the original Soul Reaver trailer that Raina Audrin actually recreated using footage from the Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remaster a few years back. And of course I've got the Spirit Reaver on, but let's go look around. Yeah, check out these wings too. Awesome. Bad day to be a vampire hunter. Ah, these red lamps are cool. Yeah, this definitely is darker and moodier than the Vampire Citadel we know. Oh yeah, complete with blood fountains. That's cool. Whoa, just kind of spaced myself out there for a second. Oh, hello, Tiny. I'll deal with you in just a minute. Oh, here he comes. Man, this is really cool. Oh, check this out. Eyes. And they're blinking. Look at that. Oh, that's fun. That's way cool. See, the problem is I get so excited in these lost levels, I don't actually take the time I should and send out the camera drone. But yeah, you see a little bit of the texture here, the red vein marble texture that we see on the portals to the forges in Defiance, but also in Yano Caesari. Super, super cool. Awesome. All right, what's next? Early Citadel, Warp Chamber. Same intro as the last one. And this is something that we didn't get to see during my playthrough. This is Kain's last unlockable skin, Scion of Balance. Free of all corruption, purified, hopeful, my messianic incarnation of a future still untold stands armed and ready to restore balance to Nosgoth. Yet, strangely, as I clutch at the silenced breast where the heart of Janos once beat, I find my sense of infallibility wavers more than it ever has. Man, such an awesome skin. I feel like he's probably a little cold in this, but it's Kain. He doesn't care about the cold. But this skin, man, I love it. It's so cool. Look, not his crotch. Pfft, camera sensitivity. But yeah, he's got the balance emblem right there. And he's got the vampiric runes all in his armor here. No chest wound, by the way. Been working on those quads. And yeah, Kain as an ancient vampire, complete with these totally dark angelic wings, which is amazing. These wings are just so freaking cool. Yeah, Sephiroth's got nothing on this. And then the weapon that I have for him is the one that goes with this skin, and that is called Rex Mundi, King of the World. And this, of course, is the Golden Reaver that we see in this mural here. Man. The Hilden, amazing work. I mean the artist, the Hilden, not the enemy, the Hilden. Man, so great. Okay. Oh. But yeah, you see there's that red vein marble on the platform there. Very cool. So this must be where you would have arrived at the Vampire Citadel. Or maybe left. So cool. Oh, hey. Wow. I love graphics toggle, so much fun. But yeah, this is another skin that you can glide and the wings will flap. It's so cool. I especially love Kain's because, one, it's Kain, and two, I mean, just look at those long feathers too. That's just amazing. So cool. Oh, hey, what's going on over here? Yeah, so this kind of actually calls back to Kain's Mountain Retreat a little bit in the content of Soul Reaver 1. That's what it reminds me of. Very cool. Yes, let's break it. Okay, next one. Okay, we looked at this one in the patch video, but let's look at it again. The largest city in Nosgoth, Avernus was introduced in Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain. Envisaged as a major hub area for Soul Reaver 2, it was quickly cut for reasons of scope, and while its central cathedral eventually made its way into Defiance, the city beyond suffered a similar fate. Created by artist Darren McKinsky, this street is the last surviving fragment of what was pictured as a huge cityscape. Kain and Raziel would need to navigate the chaos of its burning ruins in pursuit of their goals, with Kain encountering and defeating, but not slaying, his old foe Azimuth the Planer in his side of the story. I think that would have been really... I've thought about this, and I think that would have been really, really interesting. So in Blood Omen 1, you can defeat Azimuth with one swing of the powered-up Reaver, which... you know, it makes perfect sense given that it's a blade that feeds on souls, but it makes sense that a member of the Circle would have, you know, had to have been weakened to be defeated that easily. Not even Mortanius is defeated so easily with the Soul Reaver later on. So, anyway, interesting thoughts. This is not a big area, but it is very interesting. Spoon! Is that a spoon? What is that? Spiked mace. No, it's not a spiked mace. I just want to jump off and glide with my wings. But no, it won't let me. But we should change our skin, though, since we've looked at this already. Let's go look at... Since we finished the game, we can be Legacy Kain now. And he needs an equally Retro Reaver. So let's give him the Legacy Reaver. We have the Soul Reaver 1 model, so let's be Soul... So let's get... Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome. Okay, let's see what's next. Alright, so lost levels. Avernus, early Catacombs. Although the Avernus Catacombs comprise little more than a sequence of basic hallways in the final product, a grander, more diverse vision was inevitably conceived of at first. Nice. These subterranean hallways, tunnels, and balconies, the work of artists Stephanie Gaudet and Jeff Johnsrud, are more reminiscent of the Catacombs' Blood Omen Legacy of Kain incarnation, both in layout and aesthetic, and better emphasize their fire and brimstone conceits. Nice. To assist your exploration of this area, an additional power has been left at your disposal. Oh, really? Okay, well, let's see. So we're Raziel. Let's go back to... Yeah, let's do Legacy Raziel. Free will cannot exist in the present when destiny lies in the past. Sometimes, in order to complete your journey, you have to go back to its beginning. Since we have it unlocked, and let's go give him my favorite new Reaver skin is the Legacy Wraithblade. Yeah. Okay. An additional new power. What could it be? Ooh. That's fun. An additional new... It's kind of dark, so we'll use our flashlight. Oh. We can go spectral. Ah. Okay, so the new... Whoa! No, 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 no. Yes, so being in Spectral opens up that sphincter down there. Yeah, there we go. I figured that was the case. Man, this is cool. I just think it's incredible that they added so much more to the patch than any one of us could have expected. Material, lost levels. Alright, Avernus, Hell Walkway. Ooh. Although the Avernus Catacombs comprise little more than... Okay, this is the same intro as the last one. Oh, hey, look, there's a demon. Oh, there's more demons. Oh, there's demons everywhere. Oh, not Fire Demon. All my homies hate Fire Demon. Ooh. Yeah, so this is fun. So this would have been deep in the hell section of Avernus. That's really cool that they were considering a much larger area, more akin to Blood Omen, which would have been super awesome. But again, just, you know, in so much of game development, you have to scale back your ambitions to meet the reality. But it's just beyond cool that that we get to play this. All right, Spirit Reaver makes makes these fights not even NBD. Even when Fire Demon enters the group chat. Still, just such a good move to put some enemies in here so that we've got something to play around with, you know? Oh, that's cool. All right, more lost levels. The machinery room. Ooh. This actually sounds familiar. Containing a large mechanism of unknown purpose, this geometric room, built by lead artist Jacob Wendler, bears the characteristic hallmarks of Hilden architecture. Its stylings and contents are particularly reminiscent of Legacy of Kain: The Dark Prophecy's take on Malek's Bastion, a level from Blood Omen: Legacy of Kain reinterpreted by Ritual Entertainment, which itself featured mechanisms used to birth Seraphan wraiths. The commonalities imply, perhaps, that this room served as a basis or source of inspiration for the latter. Oh, cool! Lighthouse music. A printing press? No. Very interesting. It's interesting how it looks with no textures, but the remaster's lighting. It's very cool. Very interesting. So Malik's Bastion in Blood Omen 1 had these big, kind of crazy machines.
The towering metal structure gave birth to these wraiths. I could hazard only a guess at its function. Fusing the souls of long-dead warriors to their armor so that they may do battle once again. Life without blood? What a travesty.
But it was also kind of this, almost a basic medieval castle everywhere else. So really, really interesting mix. I would have been interested to see how they would have reinterpreted that in Dark Prophecy. Bonus material, lost levels. Overland, forest. Working drafts of Defiance's world layout prescribed a more sprawling and interconnected Overland, featuring several transitional locations which bookended more major areas. These open wildernesses included dense forests, mountain caverns, and even underwater ruins, continuing the series' tradition of a seamlessly interconnected open world established in Blood Omen. Oh, that makes me sad, kind of, actually. Several of these interstitials reached the production stage, though very little design documentation is known to have been archived. All were ultimately cut from the final game and survive only in the form of distant vistas. Oh, that's a bummer, because that's kind of like been my main gripe with the later Legacy of Kain games, namely Soul Reaver 2, Blood Omen 2, and Defiance, was that they are more linear, and you don't get to explore. And so yeah, what a bummer. Okay, Legacy Raziel surface. Okay, so another few Raziel skins we haven't seen yet. Hilden Adversary. We didn't really get to check this one out. The Destroyer, Adversary, Bearer of the Flaming Sword, Champion of the Hilden race. All this time I had believed myself the vampire's messiah, as had Janos. Yet Ariel and Mortanius perceived me very differently. From the outset, unwitting, I had served the cause of the Hilden. So let's check out Hilden Adversary. And for him, let's give him... So Spiritus Sanctus would be the flaming sword that we see in the murals. But he also has something from Blood Omen 2. The Glyph Knights of Meridian, Kain once conceded, were among the few Seraphans sufficiently competent to phase him. Yeah. That's some World of Warcraft proportion right there. It's fun, though. Oh, this is cool. What in the world are they doing over there? Oh, just casually levitating. I am glad Vampire Hunter Lady has her tattoo back. It was a very long and painful session. Ooh, and there's a cave. Yeah, check this skin out. Look at the detail on everything. See? Kaiju Post bingo card right there for you. Is this what? And this must have been. This is, yeah, their interpretation of what the Hilden looked like, uncorrupted. Great job, the Hilden on the Hilden. So cool. Okay. Can we go in here? We can. Ooh, that was fun. What is this? Is that the Bridge of Khazad-dûm back there? Let's go look. It is kind of the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. Kind of. I mean, there's no way out onto the bridge, so you definitely shall not pass. But these look climbable. Ah! What the? Okay, that was weird. What was that? That was awesome. Totally caught me off guard. Okay, there's a hole. If we want to go back up, which we don't. Where can we go now? Oh, okay. So that's kind of the same place we were. So I love, like, exploration is one of the just most, for its own sake, is one of the most rewarding activities for me in any video game. And I just, yeah, I missed being able to explore the way we were able to in Blood Omen 1 and Soul Reaver. Can I make it over to this other one? Probably not. Oh, here we go. That's how we do it. Oh. Let's try that again, shall we? Nope, we can't climb. Anything over here? Did we find the end? I think we did. Still so cool. Let's actually go back up and explore the forest. Just, never mind. Okay, let's look at bonus material. Lost levels. Snowy forest. Okay, same intro as last time. Okay, then let's pick our... Oh, so I did want to point this out too. Angel of Death is one of the skins that has wings, which is just really, really freaking cool. Oh, he needs a more appropriate weapon. Oh, let's give him Requiem, which is, here, let's read the time was ripe, indeed, past due, for me to exploit my newborn talents and send a hymn of death across this land. So this is a reference to the cut ending of Soul Reaver 1, where you would have gone back to the Silence Cathedral after defeating Kain, and used the Sound Reaver use the Sound Reaver to help trigger the Silence Cathedral that would have unleashed a hymn of death across the land, killing all the vampires in Nosgoth. Anyway, definitely watch videos about the Soul Reaver 1 lost levels too. Very, great info about that, and at the Ancient's Den. There's an even better video there. What is over here? Oh, man. Man, it would have been so cool to have these interstitial areas, as they call them. I'm getting glimpses of the game that that they set out to make, and it's really cool. But, with game production, as with film production, as with lots of things, you have to scale back your ambitions as you go, because, well, the realities of production. Okay, let's see what's next. Overlook. Okay, same intro. Ooh. That's interesting. Ah. And down I go. Oh, Spectral Realm. Am I supposed to be here? And what other Spectral Realm goodies have I been missing out on here? Because in Lost Levels before, we weren't able to shift. Now I kind of want to go back and see. Nope. Can't shift. Oh well. But let's check another one, just in case. Nope. try Avernus. Nope. I wonder. Yeah, you can shift here. Interesting. You can also fall. Alright. Snowy Overlook. Ah, yeah. And we see the pillars, and is that the Seraphan? What building is this? Huh. Pillars obviously are what they are. Is this Malik's Bastion? No, we would have to be looking south. Maybe this. Maybe it's Snowraptors. Very curious to know what that is. Oh, hey, look at this. We can actually go in there. Yep. That is a long climb up, so I'm glad that we came down. Very cool. All right. Overland Cliffs. Okay, same intro. Man, very... Yeah. Oh, pfft. What the... All right. Interesting. Let's change weapons since we're walking on air here. You know what? Let's go back to my favorite. Now he has wings. And then let's use his actual. Yeah. Okay, this is really funny. So this is where you would have come in. Maybe do a little bit of moonwalking, maybe not. Some kind of almost saguaro trees, almost. Very interesting. Man, that would have been cool. It's just cool that we get to see it, though. It's amazing. The Great Southern Lake. Another transitional area made redundant early in the design phase, the Southern Lake makes its return from Soul Reaver 2, modeled and significantly expanded with new and old paths to traverse. While largely an untextured blockout, this incarnation of the lake features some more elaborate additions, including a mysterious manse at the banks of the Stronghold dock, and several walled garrisons. The cut Theurgist enemy class, honing their skills at the Stronghold's gates, and rogue vampires lying in wait in the wilderness. No way! Wow! So yeah, that's the Stronghold. Whoa. Not canonically Vampire Raziel. Soul Reaver 1 would have gone very different if he reacted that way to water. kind of jump on the roofs. This kind of makes me think of the human city. Hello, vampires. Oh, these are the humanoid vampires from Soul Reaver 2. I recognize them from the cutscenes. So, what are you doing? Just hanging out? It makes me wonder now, if I leave them in peace, do they follow me? What happens if we're a complete jerk, though? Nothing. Okay. That actually makes me feel a bit better. So, when Raziel mentions in Soul Reaver 2 that he had seen the human face of the vampires, he doesn't just mean the more humanoid vampires that he sees impaled. In the context of the finished game, yes, he does, but he's in the larger script, he is referring to a cut interaction that he has with vampire NPCs during a cut side quest in Soul Reaver 2. So, really cool that we got to see those models in game. This shape is very interesting. Can we shift? No, we can't. We can go over here, though. Vampire Raziel swimming is never not going to be funny. Wow, this is a big area. Oh yeah, I have impaled vampires from Soul Reaver 2. Hey, all right, I know you're excited to see me. That's really fun. Okay, good. So I'm not looking for a fight. Let's just stop for a second. So these vampires, it stands to reason, must have been vampires created in the old ways, whichever ways that Janos and the Ancients turned Vorador and the like. Because we didn't really start to see the rise of necromantic vampires until, well, Kain. Kain was the first, and then, you know, his brood and their offspring were all necromantic vampires. They're super cool. Are you coming, buddy? Yeah, come on. Oh, are you stuck? Too bad. Okay. You can't go, you can't follow me where I'm going anyway. This is so cool. All right, what other underwater passages can we find? Anything? Nope. Yeah. Underwater vampire Raziel with wings is cannon breaking in some of the worst ways I can imagine. Okay. So we went that way. We've got 2 more paths to take. So let's try this one. Yeah, so this was, this is the Seraphan Stronghold, of course. Ooh, what are you? Oh, cool. Yeah, so this is a new enemy class at the intro card mentioned. All right, let's eat them now. All right, fight me. Let's see what you can do. Not much, as it turns out. Still super cool, though. I've never seen that before. And honestly, like, seeing something I've never seen before in a Legacy of Kain game is momentous. So cool. Alright, let's see what's over here. And of course with the patch, we've got so many other weapon skins that we can use for Raziel and Kain, and it's just so much choice, so much replayability. Oh. Interesting. Let's jump. This is so cool. So this must have connected to another area. Further, oh wait, that takes us back where we came. Can't shift. Okay, that's cool. That was a big area. And the vampire NPCs too, that was cool. That was way cool. And the new enemies. Man. Vorador's Mansion Future. So we took a look at this one. We took a look at this one in the patch video. Early in production, a visit to Nosgoth's future era, a century after the fall of both the pillars and the mansion, was slated. The same time period to which Raziel was shunted by Mobius in Soul Reaver 2. This detour was intended to reconcile Vorador's inexplicable appearance in Blood Omen 2, long after his death, with the series' continuity, and entailed his resurrection at the hands of either Raziel or Kain, in a subplot already planned but cut once before from Soul Reaver 2. La Vita Nuova. This room, created by artist Jennifer Fernandez, was intended to serve as the repose of Vorador's headless body, having been recovered and zealously guarded by an ascetic human cult of vampire worshippers. The cultists were to be led by a younger Uma, Vorador's closest vampire lieutenant from Blood Omen 2. Kain, in Defiance's iteration of the quest, was charged with recovering Vorador's head from the Seraphan stronghold and returning to reunite it with its owner. He would witness Vorador rise and transform Uma into a vampire, thus beginning Blood Omen 2's vampire race. So we looked at this. Here, let's go and get Kain a new skin. And we did this once before, but let's give him Fledgling Warlord. And then for the Reaver, let's give him As tempting as it is to use Cardboard 2, let's give him the Demastered Reaver from Soul Reaver 2. So yeah, it's not a big room, but it's cool to know that Vorador's body would have been here somewhere. Oh hey, you can jump up on these. Huh. Super cool. Now, of course, there's some timeline stuff that doesn't work, because Uma does not have seemed to have been around while Kain and Kain with Vorador by his side was waging war on Nosgoth and eventually ran afoul of the Neo-Seraphan. So, I am assuming that's one of the reasons that part of the game was cut. Cathedral Pinnacle. Our penultimate offering comes not from the Defiance production period, but from that of Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. This is the final block in the puzzle previously illuminated by the lost levels of Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered. The pinnacle of the Silence Cathedral! Oh, hell yeah! This room served as a connector between Zephon's boss room and the cathedral exterior leading to Kain's mountain retreat, as well as the staging for the final moments of the game. Here, after destroying Kain, Raziel would unblock the cathedral's sounding pipes to unleash a hymn of death across Nosgoth, destroying all the vampires in the land. Okay, awesome. All right. We need, for this one, we need Requiem. And we need... Oh, not SRX Raziel. Even though I love him. The Legacy Raziel. Yeah, cool. Yeah, of course you remember these murals here. They've very helpfully given us an air font to get back up, even though those weren't in Soul Reaver 1. Oh, this is amazing. So yeah, you would have come across the bridge from Kain's mountain retreat into this area here, and you would have had to solve puzzles while under attack by vampires, to finish the game. So let's see what else we can do here. So this must have led from Zephon's boss room. Oh hey, there's another tunnel. More tunnels. Maybe we can get back up. Let's see. That's so cool. That's awesome. Okay, for our last lost level, I'm not sure. I don't know what it is yet. So let's switch back to our default model. And let's go with Sinister Embrace. If you haven't seen the video on that, this one, such a dire fate, their souls commingling, fettered eternally, just as Kain's refusal at the pillars had bound them together centuries before. So this would have been the Reaver that you'd have gotten after defeating Kain, and you would have had to devour Ariel's soul in order to defeat Kain, and then after defeating Kain, you would have gotten this Reaver, which is awesome. Okay, let's go see what's last. Early Uschtenheim. The last of the lost levels we present to you in Defiance Remastered. This prototypical lower fidelity incarnation of the village in Uschtenheim also has unusual provenance. It originates not from Defiance, but from the rare early builds of Soul Reaver 2, prior to that game's shift to a more powerful contemporary hardware. While not apparent here, some early 3D interpretations of Uschtenheim positioned Janos Audrin's retreat, then Janos' house, within the hamlet itself, in alignment with design material from Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. Nice. Lost Levels credits. The Lost Levels were tirelessly salvaged and carefully reassembled by Andrew Fradley. And I think Andrew joined us on the stream a little while back. The levels were curated and populated by Monica Arasova, Verena Audrin, and repaired and relit by Laura Wen and Elaine Tanaka. Rolly Denko remastered textures for select areas. Dylan Garrity wrote the introductory text. Avum! Kellen Latshaw provided significant engineering support. Hannah Ballard, Brett Rood, and the Play Everywhere and Quantic QA teams verified the level's stability. Thank you for playing. All of us in the Defiance Remastered team would like to thank you for experiencing the Lost Levels. We hope they serve to offer a unique perspective not only into Defiance's development, but the iteration process. Even what you see before you represents but a fraction of the creative effort involved in bringing a video game to life. Eternity is relentless, Raziel. These chambers offer insight for those patient enough to look. Kain. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, 1999. And one more thing. Upon completing the main game at least once, be sure to check under the game options menu for a few additional surprises. Embrace the dark gift. Okay, we're gonna do that. But let's look around. Man, that was a really emotional send-off there. Let's look around Uschtenheim. Interesting. Love, of course, that it's raining like it does in Soul Reaver 2. Knock, knock. Okay, I'm doing it. Well, well, well. I'm so sorry. So which one is Janos' house? Whoa, wait. Is it this cathedral looking thing almost? Or is it this? It's this. I recognize this. If we can get up there with the Kain Reaver, we can even recreate it. We can even recreate the scene. Ooh, hey. So just another note on the team. I just think it's amazing how engaged that the remaster developers are and continue to be with the community. Seriously, it's just so cool to be able to have a conversation with the people that were responsible for bringing this to life. That's been one of the really cool experiences for me of doing these videos. So yeah, this would have been this would have been where we see Raziel. Because yeah, you recognize this, and just picture Raziel in there. Man, so cool. Man, so it's just this patch. We just spent about an hour going through these lost levels, and that is just such an incredible amount of effort on the remastered developers' parts. One more thing we need to look at is the cheats menu. Since we've beaten Defiance Remastered and I've gotten my platinum, yeah, we can. This is where we can put in the classic cheats, such as tune mode. Yeah. Yeah, buddy, Tune Mode Remastered. Awesome. It's really nice that you don't have to put in all of the the actual inputs.
Fear the tube.
Yeah, there it is. Which, I mean, you can do it as a Reaver skin now, but it's fun to do it through cheats. And then, of course, all of the cheats that you could normally do in OG Defiance as well. All right, just for fun, we got to go look at tune mode for Raziel. Game options. Tune mode. Oh, that's hilarious. That's our thumbnail right there. Now here's my question. Are we going to be able to see tune mode in the cutscenes? No, we're not. That's okay. And, you know, there's just so much more bonus material. So we did look at Kain's Arcane Tomes a couple of episodes ago. But let's look at Raziel's. Yeah, so Angel of Death, early shifter concept. Early concept from Schultz. Yeah, and then, of course, we recognize this skin, don't we? Yeah. These early sketches are just super cool. And it's even cooler that they were brought to life in the skins for Defiance Remastered. Raziel's dual nature. Man, it's so cool. Concept sketch of Raziel for the magazine cover, which I have. Official US PlayStation Magazine, September of 2000. And the ads. Key art concept sketches. Raziel image from Soul Reaver 2 team shirt. Such a cool icon there. Line art from the Top Cow comic. You remember that? An early Mobius. Mobius's name was originally Brindinal. And Mobius renders. Early Ariel concepts from Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. She was originally named Adonathiel. And then from Soul Reaver, her texture maps. I absolutely love the purified version of this that Reyna made for Defiance Remastered. So cool. Production sketch of Vorador's mansion from Blood Omen. Nup Raptors. The Oracle's chamber. Early Vorador concepts. His name was changed to Infernum at one point, but then they changed it back to Vorador, which, smart. Did you honestly believe you were the only vampire in Nosgoth? You are just a minor pawn, whose powers pale in comparison to mine. Oh yes, I am also a vampire. Your greater flaw, my good fellow, is that you have a soul. You have a conscience that hinders your hunt to survive. I do not have that problem. I kill for fun. I'm no Paul Lukather, but I like to at least hear him in my head when I say the lines. It's so cool that we have this skin too in Defiance. Yeah. Original Mortania sketches. And then the redesign from Defiance. It's interesting that they gave him a more human look for Defiance. Terrell was originally named Hema or Ruman. Recognize this, don't you? This is how he looks now, which is amazing. Such a dapper fellow. Oh, and this an early boss room concept sketch from Defiance. He would have been hanging out on the on that massive massive chandelier, I guess you could call it, massive platform. That would have been cool. But I like what we got. Okay, and here's some new ones. Vampire concept sketches from Soul Reaver 2. Yeah, it's so cool that they added those models into the lost levels that we saw. Grimpy concept, so interesting. These, I'm really interested in these. They're interesting. Scary Meerkat. And Hellhound. Yeah. Ambient creatures from Soul Reaver 2. Very cool. Early Shades concept from Defiance. Stretchable limbs to attack. Pass limbs through the floor. That's cool. Limbs tied by black electricity allowing fewer bones and high range. Arcane Tome Fort. For the storyboard for the Archon sequence. Oh, that's cool. And early concepts. I love how alien they look. I've always loved that. Here's some concepts for the Airforge that we saw that lost level a while back. Vampire doors, vertical and impressive. When creating them, think about getting a sense of height and grandeur. Tops of some doors can be open for flight entry, which isn't that cool? Various representation, so this is the Ancient Vampire Style Guide. Various representations of the Wheel of Life. This is an important theme of vampire culture. It can be found in important locations or on items that are associated with vampires. Vampires with a Y was a word for the ancient vampires. And this is the vampire magic script that we see everywhere in Defiance. And some more. So cool. Production sketch of Dark Eden. Ooh. Hilden doors have asymmetrical openings. An Hilden style guide. Hilden doors have asymmetrical openings with the appearance of broken shards. They slide open and are covered with glyphs. That's awesome. Hilden archways would be devoid of curves. In a series, they appear in twos, with the secondary archways not matching the primary origin. The apex of the secondary is a half arch, or slant, set outwards from the primary. The goal is to create a very asymmetrical feel, with mismatching parts that are integrated together, i.e. the Hilden want it mismatched. This should look rather disturbing to human sensibilities. Ah, that's cool. Hilden script. So, somebody make a font of this, please? That's cool. So you'll notice when Janos is possessed at the end of Defiance, the vampire magic script gets changed to this Hilden script on his robes. Oh, interesting. Hilden script is jumbled together in kerning, with the last letter always raised or lowered. That's way cool. Early Helka concept sketch from Legacy of Kain Defiance. Early Latimer concept sketch from Defiance. Actually, isn't this Reika? I guess Reika. So this is the Death Hero, which ended up with Soul Stealer, but this is Heart Seeker. So I guess this would be Latimer. Early Reika concept sketch. Hilden Gargoyle. Because, yeah, so Blood Drinker was interesting. They're all the... Okay. Very cool. It changed midstream. Because they have the different spears. Very cool. Early Circle of Nine concept. Early Guardian Wraith. Early Mural. Nice. And sketches for them. That's awesome. Oh, production concepts of the Waterforge. Raziel should be able to see some of what is to come over the North Wall. Units should be built in such a way that once Raziel exits this next unit to the north, that he would be able to return by jumping southward over the North Wall. Southern Rock Wall does not necessarily need to be so high you can't see anything, but should be built to the mountainside. Any dummy collision to keep Raziel in should mirror the shape of this wall. The wall should be tall enough should Raziel fly south and collide with invisible collision that He should at least have the top of the south wall in his view volume and not just encounter invisible wall. This was, seriously, the Water Forge was just cool. Wow. That's so neat. Again, this lost level really reminded me of, oh. Interesting. Look at this note down here. Raziel can rotate building in order to shoot Fire Reaver projectile in through gap in roof to earn a bonus collectible. Nice. And a building for the fire font there. The simple puzzle requires Raziel to open the door at the end of the chamber to progress. This door requires the Light Reaver to open it. The light font is in the well and so non-functional. It needs to be above water to function. Makes me want to go back and try this again. Man. An early... So, is this painting that we see in Vorador's mansion? I always thought that was a Citadel. An early representation of Citadel, but it looks a lot more like the Water Forge. Huh. Ooh, an early Janos concept from Soul Reaver 2. Janos' retreat production concept. The retreat was originally intended to return in Legacy of Kain Defiance, but cut very early in development. Thrall concept from Soul Reaver 2. Thralls were used as the basis for the Revenant enemy class. Early murals. Almost Egyptian. That's cool. Very Egyptian. Oh, and with the Hilden. Yeah, definitely Egyptian. Oh, this is cool. Guardian Wraith concepts from Legacy of Kain Defiance. Still so cool how much detail they added to them. Oh, that's very neat. Just Raz being awesome. So cool. Okay, so we didn't look at the last 5 of Kain's Arcane Tomes, because I didn't have them yet. Early Malik from Blood Omen. Malik was originally named Guillaume. Production sketch at the Bastion. That's cool. Is this Malik's symbol? Is this Malik's symbol? Huh. Early Hashigik from Soul Reaver 2. Hashigik and the Hilden Lord of Blood Omen 2 were later combined into the same character. And of course, here's the Seraphan Lord from Blood Omen 2. Hilden concepts. Early Uma concepts from Defiance. Returning from Blood Omen 2, Uma would appear as a high priestess of a human cult of vampire worshippers dedicated to resurrecting Vorador. The dragon on her costume there. Vampire cultist sketches. See, I really would like to see more Uma. Oh, cool. Vorador's corpse texture map. Oh, that's awesome. I've never seen this. Slightly headless. it's so cool. So another really, really cool thing, if we look at the map in the late game in Defiance, we can see Avernus in flames. Early Azimuth concepts from Legacy of Kain Defiance. Returning from the first game, the Dimension Guardian and Bishop of Avernus would appear as a boss for Kain to defeat. Azimuth was originally named Heracus. Earthforge from Defiance. Early renders. Note the resemblance to the secret lost city. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That looks like Kain from the concept art there, or from the key art, the box art. Awesome. Oh, and the bonus gallery. Just such cool stuff. Soul Reaver 3. Oh, this is cool. Early spatial flow. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. And I love how that traces it along Blood Omen's map here. This is so cool. Compilation of early 3D character renders. That's cool. Oh, these are awesome. Okay, need a poster of this. Ah, here's our skins. Amazing work. Ah, the Scion of Balance in the pose. Aw. Thank you for playing Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered. We hope you've had as much fun completing the game as we've had curating it. As long as a single one of us stands, we are Legion. Long may Kain's legacy continue. Ve Victus, the Defiance Remastered team. So good. So great, you guys. And then here's a bonus video, which is... Oh, I can't wait to watch this one. Kain's birthday. Bet.
I know you're there, Raziel. Please. I'm biding my time. My God. The Hilda.
Oh my God. Okay, so one thing I have to say is I absolutely love creative editing of the voice lines. I may have engaged in it a little bit myself over the years. Okay, we've got a lot of bonus videos here. Let's check them out. Okay, so Kain swinging the Reaver. Oh, okay, so some of these must be test renders then. Oh, very cool. Vorador's mansion. Arcane. Ah, Raziel's approach to Vorador's mansion. That's neat. Yeah, that's way cool. The Dreadnought. Ogres. Raziel tiptoeing through them. Lightforge doors opening. What the? Oh, that was... Okay, a lot to unpack in that one. One, the ogre seemed to have been equipped. But two, yeah, Raziel dodging and then doing a jump and neck snap. It's really interesting. It makes me wonder now, like this cut enemy class, did those eventually become the big hunters too? Oh, okay. So the ogres became the golem statues. That makes sense. Tyrellum? Or Tyrell, maybe? Huh. Yeah, so this could have... This looks like it might have been Tyrell, actually, because he's keying in on hearing, and he's sniffing, and he's blind. So I wonder if that was the original version of the Tyrell fight. Yeah, it must have been. Yeah, so he's trying to sneak away from this enemy here. Huh. Oh. Human becoming possessed by the Hilden. Oh, is that Priestess Uma? One more time. Very cool. Huh. Raziel shifting into Spectral and then dropping through the ground there. Very interesting. And the collapse of the pillars. Okay, I want to know what's going on with this little dude. Grempy, I think they called it. Huh. What a weird little addition. Yes, I know there's tons more in the bonus material, but we're already an hour and a half into this video, and if you want to see this stuff, go get Defiance Remastered and play it yourself, because it's awesome, and it's well worth supporting. But there's so much to explore, so much to look at, and if you're a Legacy of Kain fan, this is just, this and the Soul Reaver remasters, there's no reason you shouldn't own these. So amazing. So to the entire team from Crystal Dynamics and Play Everywhere, I feel safe in speaking for all of us here who make and enjoy this channel. Thank you for Defiance Remastered. We love it. Thanks for being with us this whole time on our, not only our Defiance Remastered journey, but the OG Defiance journey before that. So 20 weeks we've been on Defiance. And now I can finally tell you that next week we will finally start Blood Omen 2. You're welcome. Thanks for watching. Join us next time. And if you like what you see and you want to see more, do the things.